Okay, so we're about to try to design a design that got sent to us from Etsy, and it's a few ways to go about it. So right now I'm at Illustrator. I'm just using the live trace option to see if it'll come out good or not. That's my first step. So I cropped it down to see if what trace option will get me a good one. That one looked okay, but not good enough. So now I'm going to open up Silhouette Studios and see if I can get the design to trace correctly. And these are two steps that you do before you go recreate a design from scratch, because sometimes you won't have to. Depending on how good it comes out in the design, sorry, depending on how good the design comes out in one of these two programs, then you don't have to go ahead and create it from scratch. So sometimes this is the best way to start to see if I can figure out how to maybe kind of like just make the design look good. So I'm just looking at the trace function and then playing with some of the settings to see. And then I realized that some of it looks okay, but between the good, the D, and the 49, it just didn't really look good. So I'm gonna pull it off to the side and see what exactly I'm looking at and see how bad it is in comparison to what I want it to look like. Alright, so I'm just playing with some of this again, trying to see if I can make it look okay. And pretty much the overall result is I wasn't happy with it. So I'm going to back out of this whole thing and I'm going to go and start to recreate it from scratch. So right now I'm just in defont.com. I sped this up very fast because we know how to find fonts, but I'm just going through looking for fonts that look like some of the fonts that's in here. Don't have to be exact, but give me that look. And I always explain when people send stuff to me that, hey, I might not make this design exactly, but it'll be pretty much the same thing. And they're usually fine with that. They just, because they don't know what they want, usually they send you about 4 or 5 options. And this shirt particularly was sent to the daughter by her mother and said she wanted. So this is kind of like my process as I've scrolled through. Now the font finding process is probably the longest process. And I ended up having to go through my fonts, and the font that I wanted to use for the numbers was a paid font. So I kind of just screenshotted the numbers and I would trace the numbers as I needed them. And I left a reference inside of the file to where that particular font came from. Okay, now we're just going to start to trace and drop in our things. So right now I dropped in the number that I screenshotted, and I live traced it as I would any other design. And from there, I'm just going to start pulling in my fonts as soon as I'm done with this. Just trying to get a big version right now. So I'm pulling up, and I'm linking the file so I know if I need to remake this with another number, I link directly to that file. So sometimes you got to get creative. I really don't have to do this often, but I just want to, make sure that I know where this font is. All right, so now I'm just going to go through my list of fonts that I downloaded. Spread it out a little bit. And I'm typing all of the words that I need, and then I'm just going to switch the fonts. So now I'm installing all the different fonts. If you don't know how to do this, I have free videos on YouTube about how to install fonts and different things like that. So, and I just get my fonts from defont.com, DAFONT.com. If you're working in Silhouette Studios, then you need to close the program once you install the font too. So just keep that in mind. But this is nothing special. You can do this right inside of Silhouette Studios. Just getting the thing to make it look close to what this one looks like. So then look, switch the font to that. I tightened it down and I stretch it. It looks fine. And this font, I need to go find something. And I'm going to go to themes, and then you can kind of pick some things. And I'm looking for like a cartoon type of font. So on defont.com, you can go to themes and you can look for a specific type of font. Like they have dingbats, which are like characters. Then they have handwritten. They have all these different themes. So now you can kind of hit home a little bit faster. So I kind of went with this one here. And I cut it off, and it looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to center it. And I didn't add the lines back in to the 49, but underneath of it, but it's looks pretty good right there. So for the most part, I think I'm kind of done with it, but I need to actually change it to 50. So I always start with where I was at, so now I need to go back and screenshot 50, and I'm just going to drop it into the file, and I'm going to enlarge it a little bit, and I'm just going to live trace it, and I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to remove the white, and now I'm going to go ahead and drop 50 over it, position it pretty much similar to what it was, and turn it on and off just to make sure the sizing, because it's a little stretched and a little tall, but that looks great. I always make a copy and make a master layer that I don't touch. And then if you also look, I put, just so I know when I open up this file, if I need it, numbers are in the link. So just keep that in mind. I save it. So now I just completed the process of taking a file that is text to me. I went through Illustrator to see if it would work, Silhouette to see if it worked, then I recreated it. So this is kind of the process that you can follow. And if someone is sending you a design that they say they want off of their phone or Etsy or anywhere, you can do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.